Here we go. I'm live. Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me and see me. I'm surrounded by all sorts of excitement because we're all getting ready to go out to dinner after this, and everyone's packing because we have to leave tomorrow, which is very sad. Hello, Rita. You won. Rita and Echo, you won the race to say hello first. And I'm sorry about my hair. It's so windy here. I can't. This bit. It's just awful. Anyway, blah, blah. Hello, Fiona. Hello, Kay. Where's David, Fiona? I am staying at Aldinga Beach. So I'm not 30 minutes behind. I was a minute behind. I did work it out, but it took me until this morning to work it out. So good work, Fiona. That's exactly what David should be doing. Who else is there? Dan, hello. Hello, Shell. Oh, Shell and Andrew, are you home? Welcome back. I hope you're not too jet lagged. Hello, Jeff and Sue. Hello, Sonia. Who else have I not said hello to? Peter and Karen, g'day. Hopefully we'll have some more people on. I think Rebecca and Sam might be joining us. I'm not sure if they're going to be logging into the chat, but if you're there, hello, Rebecca and Sam. It's very nice to be in your part of the world for a little while. Rita says, hi, Team UK. They're all very busy. Ali's still working. She's such a hard worker. I'm going to do a little twirl for you all to show you the house. It's a little bit messy because we've been living in it for a while, but it's just so gorgeous. If anyone wants the details of where to rent it, here we go, twirling. Ali wave. Woo! That's the back deck and the kitchen. And, Sue, hang on. No, you have to be, there's Alex. There's Sue. Woo! And that's just the living room and kitchen. Here's Karen. Yay! So the rules are team. Oh, we haven't said that yet. Come in and come. It's Sue's birthday today, so we're going to sing for you, Sue. Anyone who'd like to sing, please sing along. It's Sue's 70th birthday. She said I was allowed to say that. So hello, apartment at Moorooduc Estate. So good to see you. Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sue. Happy birthday to you. And my friend Abby's birthday today. Anyway, happy birthday. Yay! It's your birthday too, Sonia. Happy birthday, Sonia. Is it your 70th birthday as well, Sonia? Dare I ask? Yeah, okay. Happy birthday, Sonia. Happy birthday, Sue. Happy birthday, all the birthday people. Yeah. Hello, Karen and Joan. How you going? Craig's in Florida. Conference that included a visit to Harry Potter World. That sounds like a good conference. Very cool. Cotty and John are on the text. I need to open my bottle of wine. Actually, I'm going to show you I'm very proud of my bruschetta. There you go. Oh, it nearly fell on my computer. It looks green and delicious, doesn't it? Oh, Peter and Karen, which one is typing? Is it Karen, who is having a birthday twinning with Sonia? Happy birthday, Karen or Peter as well. Yay. One of the reasons that I think this is a wine person's house that we're renting is that they have beautiful glasses. These are Riedel glasses. They're not quite as good as the Pinot glasses. Karen, happy birthday, Karen. Oh, by the way, you might recognise that. My little bracelets. Beautiful wine glasses. We've got stemless glasses in the thing. It's a beautiful house. The kitchen's got a lot of drawers, and if you're cooking in the kitchen, it's a bit annoying for the people trying to empty the dishwasher and put things. Karen, they're not clean. Okay, sorry, we're multitasking tonight. And we're right on the beach. I don't know if you can see. Hang on, you probably can't see the beach behind me. Before I get my glass of wine, let me take you to see the beach because it's quite nice. People washing dishes in the background. Okay, the beach. Ta-da! That's our view. Not bad, huh? It's a bit windy out there. I was thinking about doing drinks with Kate on the balcony, so these guys could have the house in peace, but it's too windy, as you can see from my hair. Keely's birthday was last weekend. Happy birthday, Keely. Well, it's a very good, hello, Rebecca. A balanced glass is Rebecca, just in case anybody wanted to know. And Sam, hi guys. Okay, Moorooduc Estate Pinot Gris 2022. Mine's still a bit too cold. I had it in the fridge all day today. I forgot to take it out before I went into town. But it'll warm up in the glass pretty quickly. Here we go. Here's some for me. And now, Alex, when you're ready, you can come and get it and pour it out for the rest of you, and then bring me the bottle back so that in case I need to look at the label or do anything, that would be awesome. Thank you. It's always much more fun for the people in the audience to have a drink in their hands. Rebecca, that's all right. I thought you would be on your other account, and that's a good way to advertise a balanced glass. Anyone who's interested in finding out what a balanced glass is, just Google it. Rebecca is part of a dynamic duo who write about all sorts of issues for people in the wine industry and how to keep balance in your life when you work with wine 24/7. So it's a very, very cool website about looking after yourself, wine and health, mental health, physical health, but still being allowed to drink wine at the same time. So it's great. Sorry, I'll stop playing with my hair now. It's not helping. So Pinot Gris 2022. This wine officially sold out mid-late last year. So we found the last few bottles in the cellar. Sue's looking thirsty. You're very welcome to walk into shots, go grab a bottle, grab a bruschetta if you think you can cope with eating it on camera. And also, guys, the rule is if you've got any comments or you want to say something to the team, come up over my shoulder, because otherwise they won't be able to hear you. Dad sits at the other side of the room going, thank you. Oh, it's an empty bottle. What a surprise. Thank you. It's very important stuff. Emily, what temperature do you suggest serving this at? I forgot to put... Emily, yours is probably a better temperature than mine is, to be perfectly honest. If you didn't put it in the fridge at all, you might want to chill it down a little bit in an ice bucket, half ice, half water, for about 5 minutes, but it's just as lovely to drink at room temperature, I think, at this time of year. If it was a hot day outside, then maybe it would be a bit too warm. Mine's too cold. The fridge here, they obviously keep their beer and champagne in that fridge. So I would say, Emily, perfect temperature is somewhere between sort of 12 and 16 degrees. Hopefully that helps. What else are people saying? Nothing. Let's taste the wine. Right. So Ali needs a glass as well, even if she's still working. Do you like that? I like that. I'm wondering if I can fit those prints on the wall on the wall. Those ones. Oh God, I can't do it backwards. Them, the lobster and the flamingo. I'm wondering if I can fit them in my suitcase. I think they're quite cool, although I'm not sure if I've got wall space for them. Shell is enjoying the first sip. Mine's cold, so I'm just going to do this because I've got hot little hands. And as long as your hands are clean, if your wine's too cold, it's really the best way to warm it up. The other way is to put it between your legs. If you're at a barbecue, you can put the stem between your legs and just hold the wine in your lap, and your thighs will warm the wine very quickly. All right, that feels better already. So this wine we're sold out of at Cellar Door. We're on to the 2023. Leonie, are you there, Leonie? It was Leonie's birthday on Monday as well. Happy birthday, Leonie. It's a big week of birthdays this week. This wine, Leonie had a few dozen stashed for Drinks with Kate people. So if you love it and you desperately need some for your... they are a bit David Hockney, Peter and Karen. Hi, Lawrence, happy birthday! If you want some of this wine, Leonie's the person to talk to. So, yeah. Oh, Fiona, that's true. I hadn't done the counting back 9 months. Anywho, let's keep moving on. It's really pale in colour still, so it's still very young. The 22, we drank it together last year. I just thought it would be a nice way to start box 5, which is sort of our last box of the year. It's our last full box of the year. We've got 2 or 3 weeks after we finish this box till the Christmas break. So we're going to have to work out what we do then. And don't let me forget to tell you about the little break that we're going to have in the middle for the Champagne Day Eve, which is October the 26th or 27th, something. It's in a couple of weeks. Okay. Cotty and John are already onto the food. The peas and asparagus really bring out the lemon in the wine. I thought they would. And the goat's curd, if you've got goat curd on yours, then that's got that lovely kind of tanginess and zest to it, which will also sort of accentuate the lemony character of the wine. So, Pinot Gris, you guys know how we do it. It's made the same way as the Chardonnay, but with no new oak. So we hand pick it all, whole bunch press into old oak, and then it's wild fermented and left in oak for 11 months, unsulfured, and then we give it some sulfur to get it ready for bottling. So it's very easy, natural winemaking in the true sense of the word. Shell's birthday. Oh, Shell and Andrew. Happy birthday for next week. Well, we'll have to sing to you next week. So much singing. It'll just be me next week because these guys are going tomorrow, which is very sad. Actually, most of them are going to Sydney, so it's not so sad. They're leaving a few days later. So it's got that beautiful lemony fruit. It's also, for me, it's still got that Pinot Gris, yellow pear, very ripe yellow apple character there. It's not natural, it's low intervention. Thank you, Dan. Much better terminology. Although I'm still annoyed that natural is a word that's been hijacked from people who, a little bit of honey, a little bit of spice, but really fresh and lovely. I'm going in for a sip. Alison's getting lime on the nose. There is a little bit of kind of lime zest, I reckon. There's not so much lime juice for me, but we all taste and smell things differently, as we all know. So very good. If you've grated a little bit of lemon rind on your bruschetta, then that will also bring up the citrus, or it might suppress the citrus. I'm not sure. On the palate, mine's still very cold. So and this is the other thing about serving Pinot Gris, particularly at different temperatures. When it's cold, it looks crisper, it looks fresher, it looks tighter. As it warms up, because it's got a bit more alcohol, it's got a little bit less acid than Chardonnay would have, then it becomes sort of richer and rounder and fuller bodied. So as it warms up, I think it'll be really nice. Karen's saying there's a richness in there that I really like, balanced by that touch of citrus. Absolutely. There is a floral, frangipani, you think, Fiona? I often get, so my jasmine's just started flowering at home, and it's somewhere between frangipani and jasmine, I think. It's a honey blossom kind of a note as well. Yum. It's a lot of people who don't really like Pinot Gris complain that it's a bit too floral, and some Pinot Gris are. Some Pinot Gris are kind of musk and rose petals and potpourri in grandma's bathroom. If you know what I mean. My grandma always used to wear rose-scented lotion, and she'd come out of the bathroom in a cloud of rose-scented talc, and that's what a lot of Pinot Gris smell like. Kate, your bio about alma mater says that I'm a natural wine expert. I laughed when I read that. It's such a dirty word now. Oh, hilarious. My alma mater. Where, Shell? You have to tell me where you read that. I want to know. I think that would be very funny. There's a lovely cheesy, savoury note to this wine as well, which I think is a bit special. Richard's cleaning the barbecue, so if there's any bangs and crashes, that'll be him. It's okay. We can cope. We're all very good at this now. I'm going to have a little bite of how are the bruschettas? Any good?
Absolutely delicious.
Oh, good. Excellent. I got a vote of confidence from the team. Here we go. I'm gonna try and eat this on camera because otherwise it's boring, but it will go everywhere. So here goes. Is there something in my teeth? That's for you, Peter. Yeah. Yeah, the green The green veggies, the peas and the asparagus, I'm loving peas and asparagus at the moment, really bring up for me that green apple. It's gone from yellow apple to green apple with the food. The bread, I got some quite nice bread from the Adelaide market today, so that's looking good. And the goat curd is just kind of softens it out, which is really lovely. Coddy, that's why we prefer our whites a little warmer, too cold. Yeah, I agree. This wine can cope with being cold. It's just you kind of lose the textural complexity of the wine when it's too cold. Something spring-like, Fiona's saying. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Bless you. There's these guys are not very good at relaxing. The Cooks and the Harrises. They're all like, except Alex is doing a good job for the Harris family, but everyone else is being very industrious, packing, cleaning barbecues. Maybe pop it on the stovetop, Richard, if it's clean, on top of the other one. I can just see things going everywhere. Is Aldinga Beach near now outer Adelaide, or does it feel countryside? It feels beach countryside. It's about an hour's drive out of Adelaide, and they've got a big road that gets us almost all the way here. But once you're here, it actually feels a bit like the Mornington Peninsula because it's on the beach. There's lots of big fancy holiday houses. There's obviously a lot of money invested in the area, but it's kind of shabby chic, if you know what I mean. The hills in the distance out the back, the ocean behind us, it's all pretty special. But yeah, it kind of feels a long way and very close to Adelaide at the same time, if that makes sense. McLaren Vale is like 15, 20 minutes drive kind of that way. So, and all of the wineries are all around. So it's pretty good. So it's not, but there are the back beaches of the peninsula. Yeah, it's a bit wilder, and you can drive on the beach here in some places. So that's fun, as long as you don't bog your car. I'm not going to do it with my rental car. Isn't Aldinga where that fabulous surf club lunch was? Yes, Karen, that's correct. We came down to Aldinga to Silver Sands for lunch. The people who came on the Adelaide trip, and we're going there tonight. It's a 10-minute walk from where we are in that direction. So it's a pretty good location. If you feel like going on holiday with 6 to... How many beds in your room, Alex? Alex has got the bunk room because he's the youngest. So he's got 6 bunks. So if you don't mind sleeping on a bunk with friends, you could fit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people in this house quite comfortably. It's really good. Rita, Selleck's Beach is just down the road. That's right. It is fabulous. Jill says she wants... Oh, hi, Jill. Hi, Polly. Hopefully that made you two happy and not sad. I'm coming home tomorrow. One more sleep. Okay. Kay's aunt and uncle lived here, but you never got to visit. Oh, that's a shame. It is beautiful. It's quite wild. The algal bloom is a bit of a problem in the sea. So there's sort of recommending that you don't go paddling or surfing or swimming at the moment, but it's too cold anyway. And what else? Sharks. There's lots of sharks that swim up and down the coast. We had the shark helicopter out last night doing zoomies down over our roof. So that was fun. So yeah. And these guys went to Kangaroo Island yesterday and saw lots of wombats and echidnas and koalas and kangaroos, but they didn't see any sharks, despite the fact that someone got bitten by a shark the day before. So there you go. How is your wine warming up? Mine is getting a little bit creamier. There's sort of a little kind of creme brulee character to the... Yes, quite... no, Peter, Maslin Beach is further north, just a little bit north of Adelaide, but on the coast. So that apparently there's a big fire there at the moment. I was a bit worried. I tried to ring Ali because she was home alone to say, "Are you okay? Is there a fire?" And she didn't answer the phone. And then I sent her a text message, and she didn't answer the text message. And I was driving and trying to check where Maslin Beach was. It's nowhere near where we are. So she's okay. We're okay. The fire's over there. Kay has pasta with prawns and bits and bobs. Oh, good. Lemon juice. Yes. I think a little bit of lemon juice is quite important, particularly if you've got prawns. If you've got a little bit of, I don't know if anyone went down the pancetta or cured meat on top of the whatever's. We had that last night. I really wanted to open this bottle of wine last night, but I restrained myself. I do think this is opening up really, really nicely. Again, green apple, yellow apple are the things that it's really kind of screaming to me. And often for me, Pinot Gris doesn't have a lot of fruit character. It's often quite savoury, but the 22, partly because it was a low cropping year, lots of concentration, very small berries, lots of fruit intensity. I think probably has. Rita's son's done the pasta and pancetta with a drizzle of lemon. Delicious. As it's warming up, it's opening up, and it's getting more friendly with the goat cheese and the asparagus. So yeah, pretty yum, huh? So how is everyone? What have you been up to? What have you been doing? I'm feeling a little bit like my head to Tasmania with you guys, but where we ended up last Thursday, I don't think the internet would have been our friend. And in fact, I think we were still driving back from, what did we do on Thursday? We were driving from Bay of Fires to Launceston when I should have been talking to you guys. So it's probably good that we didn't try and do that. That would have been a little bit of a disaster. But lots of yummy wines in Tasmania. So perhaps the next Drinks with Kate trip could be either to Orange or to Tasmania. I don't think we can do both in one trip, but, I think we've got some, as long as we want to go and have a heap of sparkling wines and Chardonnays and Pinots, because I think that the heavier reds in Tassie still weren't as good as I'd hoped they'd be, but they were pretty yummy, pretty good. Cool climate, yay, absolutely. Alison and Kay had a great night with Riesling Free. Oh, fantastic. Well, the wines are beautiful and the tea room is beautiful as well. So very good. Kay, we could do New Zealand, but I don't think I'll be doing, I've got to go to New Zealand next year to do some recce's before I commit to taking you guys to New Zealand, because it's a lot of responsibility taking a group somewhere, and I need to have been there before to make sure that I know how it all kind of works. Armadale Cellars had sorry, Nareem, you did say something about this before. Armadale Cellars had a toll puddle mad dinner last night at Entrecote starring David. Yay! His mystery wine was a Pinot Gris they make, which I got wrong as I thought it was ours. Oh, that's nice. The toll puddle and mad wines are fantastic. So and there's a Shaw and Smith poster here. Let me just show you. I think you might have seen it before. Shaw and Smith Sauvignon Blanc poster here, which makes me suspicious that perhaps with all the good equipment and the good wine glasses and the obviously, what have you done to yourself? Andy's bleeding. And he's got something, he's having trouble with his hands. Peter and Karen, you want Sicily. I know, but I've never been to Sicily. And Sicily got a little bit out of control. So Italy will definitely be an option one day. But I have never been to Sicily. I know northern Italy really well. So I think I'm going to put my foot down and say, if we go to Italy, I'm going to take you places I know. Rebecca can organise the trip to Sicily. That would be fantastic. Thank you, Rebecca. All right, I've got a co-conspirator now. Beck can help me with Sicily. Okay, but not next year. We've got to work up to it. So Tassie next year, I think. God, I think I need to go back and see Tim. Mad Shannon is getting super popular. Have seen it on lots of wine lists lately. Yeah, absolutely. Enrico speaks Italian. Yes, I thought he might. I think that would be useful. But I think I speak a little bit of Italian, not well enough to deal with major catastrophes. But yeah, we'll work up to Italy. Don't worry. Sicily's a pretty crazy part of Italy, though. So yes. Anyway. Nareem, okay, quite. Yeah, hang on. Who's what? Oh, Dan and Narima having a conversation about the Mad Shannon. Excellent, good. I was wondering why people kept talking about the Mad Shannon, but I then realised that you two were having a conversation together, which is good. We do this sometimes. I made my glass really grotty really quickly. That's horrible. I'm glad you are loving the wine, Rita. I think it's delicious. Yes, Cotty. I was thinking, so Cotty and John went to Sicily with Rosa Mitchell, and I was going to say, Rosa is a Sicilian, and she knows Sicily, and I think she would be a fantastic person to go to Sicily with, rather than me trying to do a Sicily trip that I know nothing about in the short term. So if you can't wait for me, please go to Sicily with Rosa. I think it would be really fun, and Connie and John can tell you all about it because they went this year. Yay! Are you okay, Andy? Yeah. Was it a shark?
I have no idea.
Would you like to show people your war wound?
My war wound. Hi, everybody. Look at that.
Look at that. His arm's nearly falling off.
Outrageous.
Go and sit down and have a glass of wine.
It'll
feel you better.
Is Sue online?
Sue's online.
Happy birthday, Sue.
She's going out to dinner tonight and she's going to Tedesca tomorrow. Looks like a cat got you. We don't have any cats here though, Fiona. That's unless it's an invisible cat.
One of these Australian wild animals.
Yeah. Did you try and cuddle a koala?
No.
No.
Keep my distance, I can tell.
No. Rita, what fish would work well with it? Rita, because I gave you the cheese already. So fish that would work well with this wine. I think this wine is delicious with richer fish dishes. So normally like a whitefish or like a pan-fried whiting or something like that, I would recommend with the Chardonnay because it's got higher acidity. I would put this with maybe swordfish, on like a swordfish steak on the barbecue with a bit of salsa verde or gremolata or something on top, sort of Italian-y flavours. You could do sardines in a tomato kind of based sauce with this, which it would stand up to that very strong flavour and richness, would be really yum. Barramundi could work well, Karen, absolutely. Please report back. Do you know, I've had barramundi matched to a lighter bodied Pinot Noir from the Mornington Peninsula, and that works very, very well as well. So fresh sardines, of course, Rita. That would stop the cat from scratching the guests if you made fish. The wine does seem to be creamier now, absolutely. Emily's going to cook some flathead later for dinner. I think that would be lovely. Scallops, I like scallops with Chardonnay because I like scallops with a lemony sauce, but I think this wine would be good with, Sue and Daryl, hello. Lovely to see you. Scallops would work. Sardines, Fiona, you don't like fish, but do you like sardines? Or are you just saying sardines in a despairing kind of a way? I think sardines would be very good with this. Freshly caught, filleted. I'll give them to the cat. No, fresh sardines are beautiful. But yes, you could give them to the cat as well. Fish curry, Loans is suggesting. This wine will cope with curry, not too spicy. And I would say I would like this to be served with a more tomato-based curry rather than a Thai coconut milk kind of a curry. I think that could work quite well. Kay never organised enough to be eating dinner during the tasting, Emily's saying. Very sensible. But yes, fish curry, or even, this would work quite well with something that's a bit sort of chickpea curry based if you're that way inclined. I know a lot of people don't like chickpeas, but like a chickpea vegetable curry would work really well with this, I think, as well. Karen's noticing that there's some legs in the glass and the bottle's 14%. Craig's not here to tell me, but is 14% for Pinot Gris, is that on the high side? Not for a fully ripe Pinot Gris, Karen, but a lot of Pinot Gris gets picked at lower ripeness levels, and that's why a lot of Pinot Gris doesn't have a lot of depth of flavour. Pinot Gris develops its flavour and its texture really late in the ripening period, so you need to kind of hold your nerve if you want to make Pinot Gris like this, that is medium acid, very textural, sort of medium to full-bodied when it's at room temperature, then you need to kind of get it riper than you would expect. And the alcohol in the Pinot Gris is always higher than the alcohol in the Chardonnay as a result, because we do ferment it to dryness. We don't like to leave any residual sugar in the wine, because I think then it makes it much harder to match to things like fish and asparagus, and I think a little bit of sugar kind of gets in the way often. John wants to know if there's any merch coming. He needs a new T-shirt. Working on it, John. We'll get back to you on that. We do have Wild Yeast T-shirts in Celador if you can't wait for a New Drinks with Kate T-shirt, but we'll see what we can organise. Rita, what would you say is the difference between the 2022 and the current vintage? I'll answer that in a minute. I'll finish answering Karen's question. So a balance on ripeness, richness versus the alcohol, absolutely. And Karen, a lot of people worry that by getting Pinot flavour developed slowly, and we get some nice natural acidity, even though it's medium acid, it works. Thank you, Kay. It works really well as being sort of a full-bodied yet naturally acidic wine. Oh, and he's got a bandage on his wound now, so he'll probably heal. All right, you have to look at that.
So it's like an episode of ER.
It is. Luckily, we have a retired nurse in the group to patch us up when we fall apart. Okay, Rita, what would I say is the difference between the 22 and the current vintage? I'm trying to remember what the current vintage tastes like now. I would say that the 23 is a little bit more forward and a little bit more fruit rich. But as Linda says, they're both delicious. So have we done the 23? We did the 23 Pinot Gris just the other week, didn't we? Okay. Have we done the 23 Pinot Gris? If we haven't, then we need to do it soon. Cotty bought half a dozen of this wine a few months ago, gave half to your daughter. We wish we didn't. I agree. Yes. Thank you, Kay. It was very recently. And I think this wine, when it was the same age as the 23 is now, was quite a lot tighter and a bit more sort of folded in on itself. So I think the 23 is always going to be richer as a young wine. As it ages, it's going to be a bit richer, a bit more forward. This wine's got a little bit more elegance, a little bit more citrus and apple fruit, rather than going into the sort of the ripe pear and quince and spiciness that we're seeing in the 23. I think this is a lovely wine, Fiona. I agree. And it's just really, when Lone said that she had a few boxes left, I'm like, yes, we're putting that in the box 5, because I think I would rather drink it with you guys than it just kind of disappear off into the ether. Does the apple mean there's malic acid? Fiona is asking. No. Weirdly enough, it doesn't. This wine, like the Chardonnay, is left to go through a malolactic fermentation, or it needs sardines. It's possible, Narim. The apple character is just a flavour profile. It's not appley acidity. It's it's an apple fruit character, which is, I know, a little contradictory in what I've said in previous tastings, but yeah, I think this wine has gone through predominantly gone through a malolactic fermentation. It might not have gone through 100%. Richard might be able to tell Peter to type something into the chat about that, but usually the Pinot Gris goes through a full malo, but it still tastes appley because that's a varietal character of Pinot Gris, whereas the appley character in Chardonnay is usually a result of not going through malolactic fermentation. So it's different grape varieties do different things at different times in different ways. Hopefully that has confused you enough to be able to move on from that. Kay, you can't find it. We've done Pinot Gris on Skins 23, absolutely. I'm pretty sure we did the 23 Pinot Gris in one of the last 2 boxes, I think. And we did it as kind of a pre-release tasting. But we'll taste it again next year. I'll put it in a box again next year so that we can see how it's going. So just remember what this tastes like, Rita, or ring Leonie and ask her to sell you some of the last bottles if she's got any left. I don't even know if she's got any left. I've been travelling more than I've been at home, which is about to stop as of tomorrow. I'm going home and I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, Rita, we did because you rushed to buy a box. Absolutely. I think it was the box before last, but I can't remember. Someone said right at the beginning, lime, and I'm getting lime rind now in the wine as it's kind of opening up more, which I think is really lovely. Kay, you did miss a session or two this year, so that's all right. Too many drinks ago, I know, Fiona. It's ridiculous. So, team, what are we doing next? We can keep drinking this wine for sure. Jules just sent me a picture of Polly not watching me. Polly's so unimpressed with me. Polly, I'm sorry. I'll be home soon. She's not looking. She's so cross and so sad. It's very sad. Next week we're doing what's written in the book. What's written on the thing for, I can't remember what it is. I think it might be, is it the Clean Skin Pinot Noir? I think it might be. And we're going to talk about tartaric acid and wine diamonds. Emily tried and bought some of the Pinot Gris 2023 at the Cellar on Sunday. Really enjoyed it. Oh, good. Excellent. On the 23rd of October, which is not next week but the week after, excellent, the cleansing. That's going to be fun. I'll tell you what you need to do for that next week in a minute. That's my tea. I will finish it after. Thanks, Karen. Yeah. Clean Skin Pinot Noir. Oh, hello, Jackie. How are you going? Have you got Zach with you? On the 23rd, which is in a fortnight, we have something scheduled, but I got an email from my friend John Noble from the Champagne Bureau reminding me that the 24th of October is Champagne Day, and would we like him to send me a bottle of champagne for us to talk about champagne on the 23rd to get us ready for Champagne Day on Friday the 24th of October. And I thought it would be rude not to accept that kind offer. So in a fortnight, we're going to be taking a little break from Box 5. We're going to have a little interlude of champagne. I know that a lot of you have suggested that we do champagne for our pre-Christmas tasting. There's no reason we can't do that as well. But I actually have a little plan for a little 2-bottle Christmas pack to go over the 2 weeks before Christmas. So champagne, we're going to do Blanc de Blanc champagne. I will send you an email about it once we've finalised what the wines are, but I think there'll be a Charles Heidsieck Blanc de Blanc non-vintage, and there's something else that he talked to me about, which I can't remember off the top of my head. So more information on that very soon, but we are absolutely good. I'm glad that you're not all saying, oh, yuck, horrible, we don't want to do champagne. Hurrah. Blanc de Blanc, Chardonnay-based champagne in 2 weeks' time. Next week, I love it when I get ideas too, Shell. It happens every now and again, particularly when other people help me with my ideas. Beck, you'll have to jump on that because Rebecca has worked intensively with Charles Heidsieck in PR and marketing in the international market and in the US. So we might have to get Rebecca back for that. Okay, 10th of July, we had the 2023 Pinot Gris, according to Nareem. Thank you very much, Nareem, for sorting that out for us. I knew that we'd done it recently, and 10th of July is... Thanks, Beck. Absolutely. Maybe you have to come over and do it with me at Moorooduc. You're not coming over till November, though, I don't think. Anyway, we'll work it out. Next week we're doing the Clean Skin Pinot Noir, which is the 2024 Estate Pinot Noir that we ran out of labels when we were bottling it. So Jeremy had a part pallet that he put in the back of the winery, and it got really cold over winter, and we don't cold stabilize Pinot Noir. And so when we went to have a look at it, I can't remember why we went there, but you have to check wines every now and again to make sure they're looking all right. It had crystals in it, and I think we looked at it because we were looking at getting some more labels to finish labeling it, but it's got crystals in it. And Jeremy's like, oh no, what are we going to do? And we had a look at the half bottles of Pinot Noir that they didn't have crystals in them. That's right. We had a look at it because we were thinking about releasing the 2024 half bottles of Pinot Noir to our wholesalers, and we wanted to make sure that it was drinking all right. So we put a bottle out of there, and it had cold stabilised in bottle. We're going to talk all about that next week, but what you need to bring next week is your bottle of Pinot Noir at room temperature, a decanter, and 2 glasses per person. And we're going to have a play, and we're going to talk about tartrate, crystals, and we're going to talk about cold stabilisation. The wine is going to be delicious. And I think, yes, because it was in a colder part of the storeroom, Cody. And it's a really interesting science experiment. So we thought that would be fun. Peter designed the label for it that tells you what it is. So that's what we're doing next week. Room temperature, 2 Pinot glasses, a decanter. Yeah, we're going to have great fun, Emily. I will think of a food and wine match for it. I think it'll be lovely. Is Richard going to get his science on? I sure hope so, Fiona. I sure hope so. I'll be back at Moorooduc. If Jill and Richard aren't at book club or on a road trip or doing something else next Thursday, I think that it's very likely that Richard will come and talk science to us. It's going to be fun. So I will put this in the email on Monday, but when you're preparing for next Thursday, if you can get the wine, if you've got it in the wine fridge or lying down somewhere, if you can stand it upright for at least 24 hours before we drink it, that's going to help the experiment for you. And it's going to help you enjoy more of the wine without crystals in it. So stand it upright 24 hours beforehand, or stand it upright when you get up from this session and leave it there until next week. What you don't want to do is move the bottle around, shake it up, because we want all the tartrate crystals to fall to the bottom so we can decant clear wine off the top. Okay. I think that's all I've got to tell you guys tonight. It's been awesome. It's been lovely sharing a little bit of an Aldinga with you and my last night with my English pals. I'm going to go and finish drinking my Pinot Gris now, and then I have to drink my tea that's gone cold, and then we have to go to dinner. So I have to eat my bruschettas as well. Bruschetta. We could have that conversation as well. I call them bruschetta. That's what I was taught by my Italian teacher. I think it's probably said different ways in different parts of Italy, so we can have a conversation about that another day. Thank you, everyone. It's been a delight. I hope you enjoyed the wine. I hope you've had a lovely night. I'm missing you all already. Steve Buscemi versus Buscemi. I know, it's difficult, isn't it? Thanks. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Lovely to see you, Rita, and everyone. Take it easy, and I'll see you next week with Clean Skin Pinot, unless you're going back to England, and then I won't see you, which will be really sad. You can jump on at breakfast time. Hey, with your jet lag. Thanks, guys. We'll do some language play next time. Absolutely. Shell and Andrew, I hope you're feeling over your jet lag. You must only just very recently be back. Happy birthday to all the birthday people. Have a fabulous night tonight. Sue and Jeff, have a fabulous lunch tomorrow at Tedesca as well. We are over and out now. Love you lots. See you later, guys. Bye.